Johnson at the Johnson Transfer Station, also known lovingly as the dump. Although technically it's not a dump anymore.
So this is a transfer station, and I'm guilty too. Sometimes I call it the dump. The dump is that hump over there. We don't dump here. We collect and then we bring it to the one dump in Vermont, which is up in Coventry.
Hey, Keith.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This week is the Connections issue of 7 Days, and the dump is a great place to connect. I ran into Keith from elementary school and Mrs. Smith, my 6th grade teacher.
Like you coming here, I haven't seen you in many years since school. I think that is my best thing about this job, is to see old classmates, family members, just people I haven't seen in a long time, and to be able to chat with them, catch up with them in their life, and they catch up in my life.
Oh, yes.
Your wife was my elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
I'm sure you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just starting to get comfortable calling
Mary Jane. Yeah, this is where you catch up. And you always see someone. Everyone, they see me on the street, it's always, hi, Mrs. Smith.
It's always just like good vibes territory here. So do they always come to the dump with you?
They like to ride, and they like the treats too, I'm sure.
In terms of its social aspect, it's wonderful. Yeah, I just ran across 4 good friends.
Oh yes, I run into a lot of people I know here.
30-gallon trash, and recycling. All right.
If you have a chance to have a human connection with somebody, it's really great. And in rural Vermont, we still have a chance to do that.
I'm so glad I got to meet her. There's a baby in there,
She's
even better.
oh
my goodness.
First time I've got to see her. Oh, she was precious.
Yeah, but this is part of the charm. The line will back up because Keith takes his time with you.
Well, growing up, being born and raised in Johnson, I know quite a few people. My family's been here for 5 generations, 5th generation Vermonter here in this area. My parents used to own a store called Bradley's General Store here.
Well, you see people from other towns. Like I'll see friends from Eden, and I'll see friends from Hyde Park and stuff. So
Vermont's very hometowny, and if someone doesn't show up for 2 weeks, people get concerned.
People are just happy here. It's so strange. You think you're throwing away your garbage. Why would people be happy? But there's something about these little moments of connection that really make you feel like you're part of a community.
Lamoille County, I like to think it's unique in the relationships. A lot of people are related. Keith here, we went to school together. Actually, we went to school together. I've been in Waterville my whole life so far. My kids are actually the 7th generation on my farm in Waterville. It's kind of cool.
How often do you come here?
Once a week.
Where else can you come, be greeted by name, have to pay with cash or a check? Bring your garbage, bring your recycling, bring your compost, bring your old clothes, get amazing compost for your garden.
E-waste, batteries, fluorescent bulbs. We take in brush, just about anything here.
This is part of the Lamoille Regional Solid Waste District. We operate transfer stations in Johnson, this one. Our large one is in Stowe, and then we have one in Morrisville, Worcester, and Craftsbury.
I come because nobody else wants to in my family, so I'm like the dump guy. We used to have a trash service, but it got more and more expensive, so we decided to just start hauling our own stuff. I really am concerned about trash. I really think about trash quite a bit. I try to recycle as much as I can, and I'm kind of a scavenger, so I've actually found things at the dump, like a canoe in pretty good shape that I've actually taken from the dump. So I see the dump as a place to deposit stuff. The transfer station as a place to deposit stuff, but also to get stuff.
What's great is you'll find all these little surprise things, like people leave their egg cartons. And so I love your gloves. You're ready.
Well, first of all, I am one of the Lamoille Regional Solid Waste Management Supervisors. I represent Belvedere. Huge thing for me is separating, making sure the food doesn't go in the trash, make sure the recycling is what it's supposed to be, and trash is trash.
The Waste Warrior program. Right now we have like a group of 8 and then 3 very committed people that have been spending time tabling at transfer stations and stuff, getting the information out there.
Well, of course, once I learned what happens with the food scraps when they go into the trash, it was pretty easy to put 2 and 2 together and go, this is what's contributing to the climate change, probably.
Up there is our composting facility. It's called Lamoille Soil. So we're one of the districts that operates and runs a composting facility. So people drop off their food scraps and then turn it into beautiful compost where you can purchase it here and at our other sites.
It's now state law that you can't put any food scraps in there, and I think that's been a really good change.
I think about trash all the time and what can we do to reduce it.
Well, I started up here in the very early 70s, and at that time, this land was bought for a gravel pit, and then it became a place for the landfill. And the landfill started on that row of trees way over there. We used to come up with the grader and dig a deep furrow down as far as we could go, 100, 150 yards. People come up and dump their rubbish in there, and we'll come back the next day and cover it up with a grader and just keep working. And
I was part of the hippie wave. In 1971, I moved up here. This is where the truck broke down, so here I am. I came here to play with the metals pile.
The dump has just always been sort of a special thing to me. Ever since I was a kid, I have really fond memories of coming to the dump, or the transfer station, with my parents and our dog, and it just is something that has been an institution for Johnson, an institution for my life, and I think for many other people.
Oh, back in the 70s, my dad used to bring me and my brother here, and it was actually out back there, that big mound with the grass. That's where the old landfill used to be. And it was a big hole, basically. You come in, unfortunately, you throw everything in there, and they really didn't care back then, and then they just covered it up.
Now we've come a long way, and now it's the transfer station where they, remove it, and it's much more sanitary.
Back in the 70s, they didn't recycle it. Again, they just threw it in the hole, and they covered it up, and they really didn't care. Nowadays, they do.
And it's been covered, and it's, and it's monitored by the state and by the town.
the road getting here is the dump road. And a lot of the people that live on the dump road call it the Wilson Road.
Oh. It has changed a lot here since I worked here. Yeah. The only thing is they get a computer in here now, and we used to have to write everything down on paper. Today I get 2 couches and a box spring and a mattress. Yeah. Well, that one there is $75 to get rid of it.
Keith specifically, I grew up with Keith, and
I'll say to Keith, I saw Michael with his trunk up. He'll be here.
Part of why I really needed to come back to Vermont is, again, the connection piece. That's a big reason why we moved here, and we wanted to raise our children in this environment as well.
I think today's world, we're so plugged into everything. We might have 1,000 Facebook friends, but how many do we really talk to? And I think a place like this is so valuable, even if it's just for a moment, to have some human connection.
I just want to encourage people to remember to recycle, remember to compost or bring their food scraps, and try to keep Vermont clean.
It's such an easy way to do your part for the environment. Just separate on the spot.
Everybody has to come to the transfer station at one point or another. They may go somewhere else for a little while, but they eventually will land here for some reason. Well, good seeing you, Kyle.
Good to see you.
And tell Michael I said hi.
Yeah. Families that dump together stay together. You did it.
Done. You're good to go, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Talk about connections, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
And I think Keith missed his calling. I really do. I mean, I'm actually a mental health counselor myself, but I think we should have a little booth here with Keith, because you could, even for just 3 minutes, you could go in and tell Keith what's happening with you. And
well, he's already in his booth and collecting money. He's got it.